Okay.
It is the
I think
11th of September. This is Rabbi Furst, Mishna Berura.
okay, very good. I think for today's share, I want to jump to something that might be worthwhile learning in the first chelik of the Mishnah Brewer. If you have chelik Aleph, you have to get it now. I think I want to do a piece there that's relevant to what we just learned now. I think it'll be a nice complementary thing for what we just learned at this moment. And it's in chelik Aleph of the Mishnah Brewer. If you have that,
Okay, I'll get it.
great, very good. Okay, thank you again. This is Rabbi Shlomo First. Hey, Yeshiva Saman here's our second share in the day. We're learning Mr. Brewer now. We're getting ready for Rosh Hashana. We're taking a supplementary look at what the Mr. Brewer and the Mechaber Shulchan Aruch says in Hilchos Kriya Shema, because that's what it's related to what we were learning previously in the share earlier. That if you remember that we were encouraged by the Pele Yoetz that the whole day of Rosh Hashanah should be filled with fear and awe of the Kadosh Baruch Hu. And so corresponding to this is what we should, and as the Chaber tells us in Siman, Siman Samech Aleph. You have that in your first volume of Mr. Brewer, Siman Samech Aleph.
Okay.
Samech Aleph.
This is discussing the kavana that you have during saying the Kriya Shema. Okay. So we're going to see how this relates to the what we were just learning about. Okay. Let's again, if you just want to refresh your memories, if you have the document we were learning just previously in paragraph 4 of the Yarvates, remember we had the pasuk Be'or Panei Melech Chaim Hine Ki Chaim Lo V'Koyach Yigbar Ish B'Rosh Hashana Lios Liboy Mola Yira Reses Zeya V'Pachad Hashem U'Mechada Ga'oinoi. A person should put forth great efforts, and according to those efforts that a person has on Rosh Hashanah, that he places in his heart fear and trembling, and even Zeya, meaning actually sweat from the fear of Hashem and His great exalted grandeur. So that's going to be according to that effort he puts in, the amount of help he's going to get to have the year that's necessary for the whole year long. So now take a look here what the Mechaber says very similarly to the Pele Yoetz description of what a person's supposed to be doing and feeling on Rosh Hashanah. Samech Aleph, Sif Aleph, there in the Mechaber. Mary, you'd like to read a bit?
Okay, it says, let's see, Yikra Kriyat Shema B'Kavana Be'ema B'Yira B'Irtate Vazia.
Yeah, right.
Okay, so one should read Kriyat Shema with Kavana, with trembling and fear. We're trembling
Right.
and fear.
Right, trembling in fear, correct?
Okay. Or Tate, I'm not sure. Zaya is sweat.
Right. And Veresis is like trembling from fear.
Oh, okay. Okay. Okay, so. Okay, so now the.
Actually, yeah, like you could even maybe he's shuddering with fear, quaking with fear. Yeah, quaking with fear.
Okay, so it says, let's see, down below, Aleph. Shema. Hainu, kol kriyat Shema, dema shenitbaer b'sof siman hakodem, hu rak le'inyan diavar.
The B'diavad.
Oh, b'diavad. Okay. He has different vowels here, but okay.
Right.
So that each reading of the Shema that was explained at the end of the previous siman, Urak Inyan. Not sure what that expression is.
That what was explained at the end of the previous simon, that it's only mini b'diavad, meaning previously you said a person's really supposed to have kavanah when he's saying Shema. He's supposed to have kavanah for the mitzvah of Kriya Shema, and it should be really throughout the whole of Kriya Shema. To only have kavanah, like say on the first pasuk, is b'diavad, meaning you really should have kavanah throughout the whole of Kriya Shema.
Oh, okay.
With this as well, right? With this, a person should have kavanah and this fear, trembling from fear and awe of Hakadosh Baruch Hu should be throughout the whole of the creation.
Oh, okay. Okay, bet. Vikavana. With sincerity, I guess.
Well,
Yeah. Okay. Concentration.
Yeah.
Okay. The concentration. Eliyahu Rabbah, Hevi B'Shem HaKolbo, Vehu B'Yushalmi, Sof Perek, Kama Divrachot. Uvikriyat Shema Merumaz Aseret Hadibrot. Oh, so he's basically saying that the Kriya Shema is similar, or is a clue, a hint,
Right.
to the Ten Commandments. Wow.
Yeah. If you I think I once had done that there's trying to tell you which sections of the Kriya Shema correspond with the Ten Commandments.
Yeah, because I thought, like, especially in the well, in all the paragraph, well, the last paragraph specifically tzitzit, but I thought, like, especially the second paragraph, if you could observe the commandments, you'll in essence be rewarded somehow, but if you don't, then you'll be punished.
Right.
So I thought it was really talking about all of them, but I guess if you talk about commandments in general, you always have in mind the Ten Commandments, Aseret HaDibra.
Yeah, and also the Ten Commandments themselves are like the basic. They within all the Ten Commandments, you have all the other mitzvahs as well. They're broken up. Each one of the Ten Commandments is like a title heading for many other mitzvahs which fall under its categorization.
Oh, okay. Okay, let's see. B'Hashem Elokeinu merumaz Anochi Hashem Elokecha. Oh, okay. So with when you say Hashem Elokeinu, it's a clue, not a clue. The remez. It's an indication, I guess, of the first commandment.
Right. Now I want you to. Right. Now I want the Mishna is going to go through all the Ten Commandments, but I think I want to skip to Sifkat and Gimel because if you want, you can look at that on your own. You'll see how it corresponds. And actually, if you're interested, I think I once made up a chart with the Kriya Shema and within where the corresponding Psukim of Kriya Shema correspond with the Ten Commandments. If you want, send me an email. I can try and send you a copy of it. And,
that's interesting.
Yeah, if you remind me through an email, I'll try and send it to you. And what do you call it? Look at to get to the point where we need for Hashana. Look in Sifkat and Gimel of the Mishnah.
Okay, so it's be'ema v'yira, with trembling and fear. V'nir'eh, the ema v'yira zo he be'ofen zeh. So let's see, it appears with fear and trembling, this is the way, be'ofen zeh.
Right. In this way, right?
Okay. Sheyikavein b'sha'a shehu korei et shema lekabel alav all malchut shemayim. Wow. Okay. So you should have the intention at the time of reading the Shema to accept upon himself the kingdom of heaven, the yoke of the kingdom of heaven.
Right. So now this is why I'm bringing this in terms of what we were discussing in the previous year. I mean, when we say Kriya Shema in the morning and at the evening, so these kavanas which we have here, the Kriya Shema, are really daily doses of what we're supposed to be experiencing the days of Rosh Hashana, right? And so this is why it's relevant to our learning about the preparations we need to make for Rosh Hashana, is because we're supposed to be doing this anyway, once in the evening and once in the morning when we're saying Kriya Shema.
Uh-huh. Okay, let's see.
So part of what it is being makabel.
All right. Okay. Lihiyot neherag al kiddush Hashem hamiyuchad. The hainu. That's b'chol nafshecha. Wow.
Right.
So what if one is killed because of al kiddush Hashem? Yeah.
Right.
Holiness of Hashem,
right.
Specifically.
That's when it's makabel malchus shemayim. Part of being makabel all malchus shemayim is the os narag al kiddush Hashem hamiyuchad. Right. The zeh b'kol nafshika. That is the fulfillment of the kol nafshika.
Okay. Afilu notel et nafshecha v'al zeh amar hakatuv ki alecha horagnu kol hayom.
Right. That's what it means. Afilu notel es nafshecha. Meaning you have to accept upon yourself the servitude of you have to be subjugated to Kadosh Baruch Hu's will, even if it means Kiddush Hashem. That's what it means. That's what it means. Wholeness nafshika. even if they'll be taking the person's life away from
Wow. Okay, let's see. Ki oz b'kavanazo yikra ena be'ema b'yira urchet v'zeya. Or tate, not v'zeya.
them. That's where it comes here. That's where it says, as b'kavanazu yikrena, you should read the Kriyas Ma be'ema, right, with awe, reverence, yira, fear, restless, right, quaking, and zayah, and sweat, perspiration, sweat, zayah, sweat, sweat, sweat.
Okay, so should we do Dalit?
Yes.
Okay, or tate v'zeya, trembling and sweat. Let's see. Katav Hator b'shem Rav Amram l'shavye inish l'kriyat shema b'chol zman dekarei la ki perot chadasha. Okay.
Yeah, go ahead.
Let's see. Chadasha. Ukatav tzivoy hamelech al b'nei medinato.
So here, this is when you're reading Kriyas Ma, should be done with the quaking in fear and zayah, the travail of sweat of the effort of understanding what it means. That Torah b'shem Rav Amram is really initially Kriyas Ma b'kol Zman Dikroy. It should be that the reading of Kriyas Ma should be as if you're reading, or it's being read to you, the Keforut Kadasha. That's like an edict. That's a royal edict.
Oh,
An royal edict. That's what it means in brackets. Sivui Hamelach, the commander of the king, Al B'nai Midyasel, the king commands king, the commander of the king over the people of his kingdom.
okay. V'yakshav b'libo, and he should think of it in his heart. I guess when the king speaks, that's what happens.
Yeah, because you don't know what this, you know what this character is all about, So,
Yep.
So even just the thought of getting such a thing opened up and getting ready to read it would cause people to wonder and fear of what's going to happen.
Okay. Ilu melech basar v'adam. Sholeach urot gema chadasha. Bivadai hayu kol b'nei hamedina korin ota be'ema v'yira v'artet v'zeya.
If it speaks that if it would be that a person would be alive and a king of flesh and blood would send out a royal edict to be read, right? A new one. Bavada you call B'nai Medina Korin also Be'ema Berura Resses Isaiah, right? Definitely, without doubt, all the people of the of the kingdom would be reading of fear and trembling and awe and travail. And that's just an edict from a king who's busted with dam.
Right. So Kal v'chomer l'kriyat Shema shehu protgama shel melech malchei hamlachim hakadosh baruch hu.
It's even more so if it's actually going to be a decree from a Kadosh Baruch Hu, right?
Right.
And that's what we have to do every time we say Kriya Shema in the morning and the evening. But and that's sort of like just a simulation. But on Rosh Hashanah, it's actually happening. There's actually going to be decrees. There's actually going to be things being determined, right?
Right.
So even more so on Rosh Hashanah itself, we should be going and experiencing all these different emotions and experiences.
Okay. Shechayav kol echad likrota ve'ema v'yira bartet v'zeya. So it's an obligation.
Right. That's going to be the yep,
Likrota is to call it out.
the crow to read it like
To read it. Oh,
right.
okay.
Each person is obligated to read the Kriya Shema, right? The Ema with awe, fear, restless, trembling, and there. And
Now I know how to get real sweat when we're at shul. Keep the air conditioning off.
there you go, right.
Then we'll really be in filling this obligation. Okay, v'katav haprisha de hachei himshilo lerotgama katav etzivoy hamelech. Oh, it's 10:30. Okay.
Okay.
Guess we can pick up from here if you want tomorrow.
Yeah, it could be. Yeah, very good. Okay, we'll see how far.
If not,
Very
we'll.
Yeah, we'll return to Hilchos Rosh Hashanah. We'll see how far we go.
Okay, very good. Either or.
Thank you. Very good.
Wait,
Yes. Thank you
should I
so much.
put a marker here, or we're not going to come back to here?
We may come back to here. Maybe we'll do this in the first year. We'll see. You could keep a marker there.
Okay.
Well, I put the marker there. Okay, very good.
Fine. Thank you, Mayor. Thank you.
Okay,
Lou.
Thank you, Rabbi. Shkoyach Meir.
Thank you. Have a good day. Hope to see you
Yeah.
tomorrow.
Okay, have a good day, Rabbi.
Shalom. Thank you all too. Be well.